2020 is the current year, the 20th year of the 21st century, and the first year of the 2020s decade. It is a leap year. We added 24 hours, but it felt like infinity, and I'm loving it. Finally, Pentagon confirmed UFOs are real. Whew! They did release 3 UFO videos for 2020. You saw them, didn't you? If not, I'll send you the link. In early 2020, Australia's wildfires made the news. And why go that far? 2020 was the largest California wildfire season in recorded history. SpaceX and NASA launched American astronauts on American rockets from American soil after a gap of 9 years. COVID-19 exploded. It ruined lives, jobs, socialization, events and concerts, and even sanity. Yeah, but it did bring out the chef, painters, gardeners, hobbyists in people. Work from home led to increased isolation, overworking, and higher home office costs. But the work from home culture did lead to saved time and money. By not having to commute or travel frequently, people saved that time, probably for more work or just relaxing. Countries closed borders, families separated due to sudden lockdowns. Yes, but many did find connections with young or older children, older relatives, or others living in the same household. Pfizer and Moderna vaccines have started rolling out. Yes, it will take time for mass immunizations, mainly logistics and distribution, and also the fact that 2 doses are required. But still, I see hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. The police involved killings of George Floyd started global protests as Black Lives Matter. I'd also like to mention that Black Lives Matter is the largest movement in US history. While the fight for racial inequality continues, we have still seen victories in terms of changed police reforms and banning of Confederate flags at various places. Some food and drink companies changed their brand names to break the racial stereotypes. Sports leagues reversing their course on their previous actions, including the NHL, MLB, NBA, WNBA, which have all started their seasons supporting the Black Lives Matter movement through their speeches, educational videos, and protests. Did you try the creative foods that went viral? The cereal pancakes, the Dalgona coffee was yummy, and the hot chocolate bombs is trending right now. Elections, from presidential nominees to the president. Bad for some, good for some. On personal front, I got 3 accreditations that support my profession. These are the seller's representative specialist, the real estate negotiation expert, and the pricing strategy advisor. I went big on videos with my listings and monthly market updates, and will keep adding more topics as and when possible. And I'm so looking forward for all the new videos and all the new stuff that I will be creating in 2021. Which are the 2 things that came to your mind that scored during COVID? Toilet paper, yes, and Zoom. While the coronavirus has affected Americans, the suffering is not shared equally. Let's see who scored. Video conferencing companies like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and more fared well during the pandemic. Other winners were e-commerce websites. Amazon continues to be the juggernaut. According to Forbes, the Amazon CEO, Jeff Bezos, has become the first person in history to have a net worth exceeding $200 billion. No surprise there. Then came the supermarkets. Of course, they were truly essential. People needed their supply of food and drinks during the pandemic. Walmart, Costco, and other local supermarkets did good. But an underdog winner were the liquor stores. Virtual happy hours and the extra relaxation time spiked their sales. While movie theaters and concerts went in the dark, Netflix saw light. Obviously, hand sanitizing and disinfecting companies profited. Video game industry giants like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo thrived well. Online gaming has seen a record number of players during the pandemic, especially due to the stay-at-home orders. Food takeout and delivery companies like DoorDash, Grubhub's, Uber Eats did well. Anyone who catered to the stay-at-home lifestyle won. Briefly touching upon the stock market, the S&P 500 heads towards the final week of 2020 with about a 15% gain for 2020. But from the March low, the index is up by about 65%. The bull market turned 9 months old this past week. What else? I cannot finish my video without talking about real estate. People's perception of a home changed. We have been hearing about the great migration from the cities to the suburbs. More city dwellers moved into the suburbs for more space and backyard. Single-family housing demand grew, fueled by a historically low mortgage rates. Mortgage rates broke records. Not one, not two, not three. 15 times in 2020. The demand outweighed supply and the inventory fell to an all-time low. This naturally led to a home price appreciation, an amazing time for sellers. It was a great seller's market, but buyers also benefited from the low mortgage rates. Staying at home, people turned towards making home improvements. Home improvement companies like Home Depot, Lowe's, and so on did great. However, a US lumber shortage is to be noted. Following lockdown orders and forecasting a plunge in demand, major lumber companies cut back their production during COVID. But demand rebounded quickly, resulting in a lumber shortage and consequently higher prices. This year's top 10 sales saw a decline from 2019 by nearly 29%. In 2019, the total was a hefty $1.2 billion, while in 2020, it was $850 million. The highest price sale of the year was the Warner Estate in Beverly Hills, California, and it is reportedly purchased by, no prizes for guessing, none other than Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. So well, that's my last video for 2020. What happens next depends on all of us. We have the strength to continue. Let's keep fighting, adapting, and caring for each other. What happens next? I don't know. But what happens now? We shall enjoy our chocolate bombs. It's heavenly bliss. Have a happy and safe 2021. See you next year, guys.